I'm Duncan Ferguson and you're watching Toffee TV.
Welcome to Toffee TV. Everton have actually signed a player, Ramiro Mori from River Plate. $5.5 million, 5-year deal. He is a centre back, plays on the left hand side, probably play left back as well. Matt's a hipster, he knows everything he knows about this guy, don't you, Matt?
Oh no!
Only messing.
Well, that's why I'm quite excited about the signing, because it's not very often now in the modern game where you sign a player where no one really knows anything about them at all.
Yeah.
It's quite it's quite exciting. But...
Yeah, it's an interesting one. It's sort of come. It's a bit left field. This is a guy who has won basically nearly everything there is to win in South America. He won a league title in Argentina. He's just won their version of the Champions League, Copa del Loris. He was supposed to go to the World Championship thing in Japan or whatever, Morocco, wherever they play it now. But he's decided to come to Everton instead. I know he's a little bit disappointed with that, but he's coming to us instead. And I suppose it's the logical next. Well, Everton's not any logical next step, but the fact that he's coming to Europe and coming to the Premier League is probably the next logical step for him in his career.
Well, yeah, but like you said, he's won all there is to win really in Argentina. He's a player as well who's going to add a lot of depth in an area that we are lacking. And I think it's nice to have a left-footed player as well in the back four. It's something that was, when Distan was at his best, it gave us a really nice balance in that position, and when we had the same with Lescott as well. So having a left-sided player is good. Like you mentioned, hopefully he can do a job at left back as well. Might a bit of some rotten injury luck there. So yeah, it's like I said, it's a deal. I think there are some things we've heard about him which are quite positive. I mean, he's meant to be brilliant in the air, really commanding. He's obviously a great distributor of the ball. You wouldn't expect anything else from someone who's Martin has just tried to sign, and he stepped up with some important goals for River Plate.
Yeah, well, let's talk about the positives. He scored a goal in the Copa del Loris final. I think it was in the second leg. I think he scored a couple of times against Boca Juniors as well, the River Plate's big opponent. So he's idolised, as you can imagine, by the River Plate fans. I mean, I've seen loads of tweets last week. Like literally, one tweet said they were going to come and burn Goodison Park down for signing him. Good luck with that. So he's obviously idolised. It's just, but he's obviously idolised because he plays for River and they've won those things. But it's whether he can make that step up. In terms of sort of integrating, his family emigrated to America when I think it was about 10. He's about 10. 2001 it was. So yeah, he's 24. So it would have been when he was about 10. He could have played for America as well. I think he started his career actually at FC Dallas. So he probably speaks good English. Probably he's probably used to maybe like the Western kind of sort of lifestyle as well. So I don't think that anything's going to shock him from that side. So that's quite good from the start.
Yeah. I mean, it's that language barrier. I can imagine, someone coming into a new group and not being able to speak it. It must be quite difficult. And I believe I've seen a few tweets myself saying he can speak English, and I think Tim Vickery said his English is very good. So that's a positive. But it's all good with the lifestyle and the language, but the playing, the Premier League, it's going to be a tough challenge.
I do think that's half the battle, and I think that's a lot. That's something that a lot of people don't take for granted, that a player's going to come in or he's going to have all this money. But how many times have we heard a player say they're homesick, or now if the fact that they are they've got the language skills from the start, that's going to help straight away. I think so. So that's the thing. As you've mentioned, good in the air, attacking wise, takes a mean free kick apparently as well. A couple of negative points I've heard about him. You mentioned Tim Vickery there. Tim Vickery, every time he's been asked about this transfer, he's sort of gone, no, stay away from it. He's the kind of player apparently who has got a mistake in his, think Yobo, just think Yobo. He's got a mistake, but let's not dwell on that too much, because I think, fingers crossed, stars aligned, everything as it should be, he will be the third choice centre back and hopefully gets a good season under his belt to get used to the Premier League. He'll be training every single day with Premier League players. I think that can't be undervalued, how important that is. And we'll just learn the step up, and hopefully that happens as a bit part player, as a squad player. Maybe playing left back now and again, not being exposed too much, rather than me throwing in at the deep end, because I think that'll be the problem. And I think that's a major reason why hopefully John Stones will stay. That's a different video.
Yeah, you don't want too much too soon from him, do you? Like you said, it's tough to especially centre back as well. It's a really unforgiving position in the league, isn't it? And some of the strikers that are in the Premier League, they'll really rough them up. And so you don't want to throw him into the deep end. But I think if we're going to sign a third choice centre back, we're not going to go out and sign. So I think we look with Ogbonna, weren't we? He's like he's
12 million quid.
Yeah, exactly.
Scott Dan, 15 million quid.
They're proven. They're in the peak years, the proven players. Whereas he's a bit younger than you'd expect for like a top thoroughbred centre half. There's obviously potential there for him to grow, and hopefully, he'll get used to the Premier League. Martin has been able to nurture him. He looks as though he's got like a malleable skill set. So hopefully, he's obviously seen something there, hasn't he, where he can think, I can channel everything. He could, if everything aligns for him, he could be a good player for us.
And you mentioned roughed up there. Let's be honest. He's played in South America.
Yeah.
If anyone's going to be roughed up, it's not going to be him. It's going to be the player.
I mean, Argentinian players typically come to the Premier League and do quite well. Don't they? They've got that gritty attitude. You think like some Mascherano, Tevez, Aguero. And I'm not saying for a second he's going to go on to be anywhere near as good as them, but
they've got that temperament, haven't they? They've got that temperament, that hard work. Yeah. He's got one cap for Argentina as well. They don't make a lot of really good defenders, so we'll wait and see on that. But I'm not too down on it. I mean, as you say, we've heard a couple of bad things, but as long as he doesn't go straight into that first team and have to sort of integrate, I think if he gets that year to sort of knuckle down and learn, as I say, even listen, if you want to learn about playing with better players, I remember when we signed Stracholesi. I'm not saying he's a Stracholesi, but I remember the difference from when we signed him to when going towards the end of the season, when he had like 6-7 months training every single day. I mean, he went from being absolutely god awful to pretty crap. But that's what I'm saying. If you train every single day with Premier League players and getting coached by good coaches, you will become a better player. So that's what I'm hoping to see, and I'm hoping that he does become a really, really well valued member of the squad.
You've got to be patient with him. That's the main thing for me. I mean, if he does, God forbid, we get an injury to one of the main centre halves and he's thrown in and he does look a little bit shaky, people start getting on his back and worrying about him and saying he's the next pair Kroll drop and these sorts of things, which you can imagine. It's going to be tough for the lad to settle, but if he can kind of drip feed in the Premier League every now and then, maybe give him a go at left back, like you said, in some of the cup matches, then it should be a little bit easier.
Or we're getting beaten, we just throw him on up front.
Yeah, we get a free kick.
Yeah, just throw him on. He can be out like a bird.
And like you said, he seems popular with the Liverpool fans, and like the extent of my knowledge of him is a couple of YouTube videos.
Yeah, exactly.
But the thing is, you can see him as well. He's a passionate player. And he wears his heart on his sleeve. He gets really into the game, and it can't hurt to have a few players like that around.
You've got to give him a chance, haven't you? You got to give him a chance, and hopefully it's the sign that I know a lot of people, a lot of news agencies are like saying, "What's his skills against John Stones?" Well, no, John Stones has got to stay, and this kid has got to be integrated into the squad, because I think if he goes straight in, that's when we'll have problems. But as I say, if he can knuckle down and get used to playing with the players he's training with every day, then he'll be fine in time. But don't just throw him straight in, please. Tell us what you think anyway in the comments below. Tell us what you think about Fumes Mori, or Fumes Mori, as he'll probably be known on Twitter. Tell us what you think about him on Twitter as well as at Toffee TV1. Make sure you subscribe. Don't forget all the breaking news on new signings here. It's good because we have to do like 3 videos a year on that. So tell us what you think anyway. We'll be back soon on Toffee TV.